Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer.
And I'm going to try really hard not to crunch my ice because we are back to our
Yeah.
roots, baby.
That's right. Palomas with a good ice.
I know. Cheers to that. It's going to be
Cheers.
a quiet cheers.
I know, it's plastic cups.
Yeah, but we haven't had palomas in a long time, and it is well-deserved, well-needed.
Yeah, they're delicious. Man, they're so good.
They're so good. And week before school starts, but we've
First
been
of
already
many.
working. Yeah.
First of many palomas.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
If you need that recipe, go back and find it on Instagram.
There you go.
Or was it a TikTok? I don't know. Go back to early social media.
Yeah, just check us out on everything.
Yeah, you look for it.
Yeah, we're not going to do the work.
Then we'll, it'll bump everything.
There you go. There you go. We're recording on a random Saturday night. We never do that.
Never.
But it was just needed. And this is telling in how old I'm getting. I thought, man, I need to do something tonight. I just need to get out of this house. I need to do something. So I went through like a list of people I could call, a list of things I could do. I'm sure if you're listening and you're a friend of mine, you were on that list. But but then I thought, no, I want to do something, but stay in my pajamas.
Yeah, that's like my life goal.
Yeah. So I thought, ooh, we could record tonight.
Yeah.
And that would be perfect.
Yeah, I'm an extrovert, but I'm a comfy extrovert.
Yeah, I like to be comfortable. At least today I needed to be comfortable and I needed to drink. Those are my two criteria.
That's a great Saturday goal.
Right? So here we are. Yeah.
Well, I had something happen this week that scared me half to death.
Okay.
And then as soon as I calmed down a little bit from being scared, I was like, I cannot wait to tell Megan.
Okay. What was it?
I had a true horrifying sleep paralysis dream.
Oh my gosh. What happened?
Okay. So Kevin didn't go into work one night this week. So he was actually asleep next to me, which is rare for those of you who don't listen all the time. He works nights. Usually we don't share a bed. Even on the weekends, he's up while I'm asleep. So in this dream, I'm like waking up. So maybe I'm not even dreaming because I know my mind was waking up.
Okay.
And I thought I heard faint footsteps coming down the hall, but not like my kids' footsteps in the middle of the night. They felt like somebody in shoes and moving slowly.
Oh no.
Right.
I mean, better than the moving fastly.
Yeah, that's true. Kinda.
I don't know.
No, that's true. I mean, I don't like when zombies are fast because I'm like, that's not fair.
Right? That is not fair. Not cool.
Right. But it sounded like a masculine footstep, like I don't like that slow either. Cause I'm like, what are you sneaking up on?
I don't think I like it at any pace.
Yeah, really, that's true.
In the middle of the
really,
night.
Truly not at all. So I heard like faint footsteps. And my first thought was, oh, it's Kevin. And then I was like, oh no, Kevin is here with me. So I like try to look at him and I couldn't move anything.
Oh gosh, it's the worst.
And so I am laying there. My mind is going, oh, this is a dream. It's okay. It's a dream. And I am trying
to move
every single, like little tiny, I'm trying to start with my fingers and that's not working. I'm trying to turn my head towards him, but I was looking the opposite direction. And so my face is like pointing out the window instead of where my husband is.
Well, yeah.
Where the steps are coming from.
Oh, no.
But I keep telling myself, it's okay. This is a dream.
Yeah.
And my body is just not awake yet. Like I'm talking myself through it. So even though I felt panic, I'm talking myself through it.
That's how I'm going to get through these first days of school. Just a lot of self-talk.
That's right. Well, then I thought I heard the door open.
Oh.
But I'm like, no, I'm sure I'm imagining this still. And right when I am thinking, what if there is something there?
Oh, no.
Right when I had that thought, Kevin jumped a little bit, like he got startled awake. And I heard a man's voice start to whisper, like to Kevin, like he was about to kill Kevin. I knew Kevin was about to die.
Oh my gosh, Erin.
And I am staring. I cannot move. And I'm like, I'm going to listen to my husband die.
Oh my gosh.
And I cannot move.
Erin.
It was horrifying.
This is the worst story ever.
I know. I kept like trying to scream and I heard myself go, like that. Like I couldn't open my mouth to make a noise.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that so scary?
I haven't seen Kevin in a couple of days.
Is
he
cool.
okay?
He's good. He's good.
Okay, good.
So I'm like, I finally get my fingers moving and then I start trying to reach him. And I like almost as soon as I could touch him, everything stopped and I could move everything. I could move my head. And I like sat straight up in bed.
Yeah.
And I like touched all over him. I'm like, you okay? Are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm okay. I was like, did anything just happen? And he said, no. I was like, okay. It's just all in my head.
Whoa.
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it.
It was so scary.
And you don't remember what the guy said what he whispered?
He said something like, I'm back now and you're not going to get away this time. Something like that. Like it was threatening.
Whoa.
And it wasn't really a whisper, but it was like really quiet, low voice. It was terrifying.
Like Liam Neeson quiet?
No, not a cool accent. There was no cool accent involved.
Damn.
Liam Nielsen would freak me out if he came in my room because he has a specific set of skills and I don't, but not like a fun way. I mean, he probably does actually, but like, I'm not going to mess with him.
Did I say his name wrong? What did I say? Liam Nielsen?
That's right.
Liam Neeson? I said Neeson.
Oh. Yeah, it's fine. We all knew what you meant.
You know.
Yeah. So it was so scary.
Whoa, that is terrifying.
It was so scary. I really felt like Nell in Haunted Hill House or whatever, when she's like talking herself through it. I'm like, this is what I'm trying to do and I cannot move.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
Oh, and you really think it was just a sleep paralysis episode?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not saying that means that there's nothing that it could be associated with, but in that moment, something from my dream came through and it was really, really scary.
Ew.
But it didn't seem like, a lot of times it's like demonic. This felt very human.
Ooh.
And it was horrifying.
I think that's scarier to me.
It was so scary. Like I really, really, really thought Kevin is about to die and I can't do anything.
Gosh, what a horrible thought.
I know.
Wow, I'm so glad he didn't.
Me too.
I'm gonna really put a damper on the week.
I mean, I feel like we wouldn't be recording tonight.
Probably.
I'm just
not.
throwing it out there. I don't think it would be happening.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it probably would. I mean, but you know, who knows? It's us.
Oh gosh,
man. Wow. Man, sleep paralysis is just wild. I mean, I don't know. The human brain, it just creates these super scary things. Like, why do we do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. It's
it
weird.
Was awful. Ugh. I just thinking about it scares me again.
Well,
and now he's not here tonight, so I got to sleep by myself.
For a minute, I thought you meant the scary voice. I'm
no,
like,
no,
well, that's a good thing. Erin.
No, I'm glad that's not there.
So this just happened last night?
No, it happened a couple of nights ago. And I've been like, oh, I cannot wait to tell on the podcast.
Yeah. See, you're welcome for recording earlier.
Yes, thank you. I was laying on my back. I woke up on my back, and I've heard that can
trigger
kind of onset it. Yeah.
Huh. How strange.
So I've been trying to sleep on my side more. Like, I don't want to have that dream again.
Wonder why. I wonder what the science is behind it. I have a friend of mine. I've known him for years, but he does like sleep studies.
Yeah.
Like that's his job.
Wow.
And I've always thought he's like the things I see. I'm like, I bet like the things that people will do in their sleep.
Oh my gosh.
Which I always thought, if you go to those, do you really get into like hardcore sleeping?
Right.
Because I'm such a light sleeper now that I'm a mom that I feel like it would be really hard to just relax enough to get into sleep rhythm there. But apparently they do. And he's like, people do the weirdest things. And that would be like so creepy to watch somebody.
Yeah.
Like subconsciously doing things, unconsciously doing things. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Strange.
Oh, very, very creepy.
I kind of like to see it though. Like, just one night, let me shadow you, Jeremy. That's his name. Okay. Well, then let's just lead right in. So maybe we'll just be heavy on the stories tonight. And,
okay.
You know,
people are probably like, thank the Lord.
God, I'm gonna shut up and read stories.
We've really just taken this as therapy.
Yeah, and
we're not sure why y'all are coming along with us, but we don't mind it. We love it.
At all. So that leads right in to our lovely fan favorite from last week. Dulce gave us a great story, sleep paralysis story.
Yay.
So let's get into it. And this is a cold read. So here we go. By the way, I have had multiple experiences with sleep paralysis. It only ever happens when I take a nap in the middle of the day. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
I always feel like I'm stuck on the bed. Can't move a single muscle no matter how hard I try. I can't ever tell if I'm dreaming or if my eyes are really open, but I see a person in a hoodie standing in the entrance of my room who seems like they are getting closer and closer, and I can't move to get away.
Oh, that is exactly how I felt with I couldn't tell if my eyes were open or not.
Oh, because you could see your room, but it's like, is this my dream room?
Right.
Or is this the real room?
Oh, it's horrible.
Weird. The hoodie is always pulled too far over their face for me to actually see any facial features. I usually just see blackness where their face is supposed to be. I get struck with that terrible pit in my stomach of dread, wondering what the person is going to do once they finally make it to me. But it feels like it goes on for hours on end.
Oh, that's horrible.
Like the hallway's so long and they never get there. Ugh, it's awful.
That is awful.
And like my arms are pinned to my side by some crazy weird force. I don't think it's particularly a ghost or a demon, although I am very superstitious. Very in all capital letters. I feel like it's something brain related since it's only ever happened when I nap for some reason. It is, however, freaking terrifying when it happens.
Yeah.
So needless to say, I don't nap very often. Oh, that's sad.
I don't either. I'm not a good napper.
I would nap every day if I could.
Aww.
I just can't. I love a good nap. Like when you wake up and you're like, what time of day is it? And it's like kind of hot and tingly. A good
What's
nap.
hot and tingly?
Your whole body. You're just like
so weird.
Like you sleep so hard, you're like kind of drooling, and you wake up and you're hot and your hair's everywhere.
I drool almost any time my face is not like upright. Like,
yeah.
I'm a very drooly person.
Yeah. And it's always so funny, like when you catch it, even if you're by yourself, you like feel embarrassment. Like, oh my gosh, what have I been doing?
I could care less at this point. I'll lay like on Kevin's chest and like, oh, I'm drooling. And I'll say, do you want me to get off? I'm drooling. And he's like, I don't care.
Oh, now that is love right there. I never thought that little story was enough to include in an episode, so I didn't think to send it in. But I figured maybe you'd think it was interesting. I'm pretty sure in another episode, you had somebody else that's also only experienced that after napping.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
when we talked about sleep paralysis.
But I can't remember exactly who. One day, I'll gather the guts to ask my mom if I can send some of her stories in. Yeah. She's got so many, but I know some of them are personal, so I don't want to poke too much. And I totally get that.
Yeah.
Okay, I've rambled for quite a bit, so I will leave things as they are. Thank you again for fan favorite. You're welcome. You're the best. I mean, not the best fan favorite. That would be really awkward to all of our other fan favorites.
You're just great. We love you.
We love you. Thank you so much, Dulce. Oh, goes on to say nice things again. So here we go.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, I guess.
Thank you again for my fan favorite. You guys are MFM.
My favorite murder?
Yeah, you guys and MFM are my two most favorite podcasts. I listen obsessively.
Aww,
how sweet is that? I mean, to put
sweet.
us right up there with MFM, that's pretty big. I hope you both find some time to be kind to yourselves. I'm not a mom except for 2 cats, but don't worry, I know how you feel about cats. But I sure do have one incredible one. Moms deserve the freaking world.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Isn't she the best? She is so awesome.
Like, I've always thought sleep paralysis stories are terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
But now that it's so fresh, I'm like, yeah, it's the scariest thing I think I've been through in a long time.
And was that your first one or your second one?
No, I've had it one other time, but nothing scary happened. I felt like, oh, this is weird. I can't move anything. But I didn't have any extra scary happening. But, ooh.
Yeah.
This was really, really scary. Ugh. The fact that Kevin jerked right when the man said something.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
It was horrible. So maybe that proves that it wasn't internal.
Maybe that's even scarier. But maybe like what? So dreams are so weird. How long is a dream?
Right.
Is a dream like a split second and it feels like it's an hour? Because what if that dream happened like the second he like moved? Oh. And like that's how your mind like quickly came up with why he was moving.
I felt like I was awake for several seconds trying to move and listen to those.
Wow.
Like probably 43 seconds listening to the footsteps go down the hall, the door slowly open, and all of it was muted just enough that I was like, maybe I didn't really hear it.
And Ellie
look.
Ellie wasn't barking or pacing or
Ellie wasn't doing anything. It kind of takes a lot to get Ellie riled up in the middle of the night, though.
Like, just don't hurt me. You can take the family.
During the day, she is like all on guard.
Right.
But at night, like if the kids get up, she doesn't care about that. She doesn't. Yeah. So I don't know. It was terrifying. But like as soon as you would have been woken up, and the whole time I kept saying, "This is a dream. It's fine." That's when Kevin jerked.
Oh man. Oh man.
Maybe it was a ghost.
Who knows?
All right, but.
Or maybe you and Kevin are so connected.
Oh my gosh, I doubt it.
That he was like, his subconscious was like, oh, she's having a bad dream. And he was trying to wake up.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it. That's probably it.
We'll
It's
go with
very
the romantic. Yeah, romantic route.
Oh, man. Thank you, Dulsa, for also sending in a great story on top of being a fan favorite. Look at you go.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to read a story called The Louisville Ghost House.
Hey, that's here.
Hey, imagine that. So I'm pretty sure this came through one of our hustles. There's not a big introduction, and there's no goodbye.
In fact, I think I know where it came from. It was like on one of my Louisville Ghost Hunters or Oldham County Ghost Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my grandparents have always lived in a pretty old and very creepy house in the Butchertown area of Louisville.
I know right where that is.
I know. It's like we live here.
I think it's funny. You're right. That sounds so stupid, but it's like, whoa, this is crazy.
Hustled for a Louisville story, and now we're reading a story.
The connections are happening.
Oh my gosh. Is it a coincidence? Are there coincidences?
I'm tired, Aaron. I'm a dork. I'm sorry. I have no excuse. It just got me excited because I knew I could picture it.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
One of the things I vividly remember was a day that I was playing with my Dora Explorer talking dollhouse. If you had this toy growing up, then you know how the characters would say pre-programmed sayings if placed in certain places around the dollhouse. One day, my Nana had asked me to put it up because we were going to the store. So I slid it under my bed, just like I did anytime I wasn't playing with it.
Responsible
I know.
Child.
Can you imagine?
No.
I cannot.
Absolutely not. I cannot imagine that.
Anytime. When we came home from the store and approached the front door, we could hear something, but couldn't make it out. We opened the door and the dollhouse was sitting on the living room floor and was talking.
Wait, it's usually up in her bedroom?
Under her bed, yeah. She remembers.
The whole dollhouse is? No, the doll is usually in there.
No, the dollhouse. I feel like it might be like, maybe she like turned it on her side. I never had this. Dora was like right after.
Yeah, no, clearly this person's a lot younger than I am. So
yeah, so I would imagine, you know, those kind of flattered doll houses, like the Barbie doll houses. What I'm picturing is they would flip it on the side and stick it under the bed.
Yeah, either super responsible child or very particular parent.
Or
I don't want to see
hugely high bed.
Like Princess in the Pea status.
Could be. We don't know. Okay. And the dollhouse was talking. This wouldn't be alarming if the characters were on their spots, but they were still lying under the bed where I had left them.
Oh.
My whole childhood, I had an imaginary friend named Wilbur. He was an older man and wore overalls with a plaid shirt underneath them.
That is so cute.
I know, Wilbur,
and he's an old guy. Like, you know, you imagine a kid's imaginary friend would be like their age.
Right.
It's like, oh, Wilbur, come on, Wilbur.
Wilbur with his plaid shirt. Come on, buddy.
Hold on, we got to wait for Wilbur. It takes him a little longer.
Buckling those overalls. Still good grief. He was my best friend. I would talk to him, play with him, and share just about everything with him. I got older and kind of just stopped talking about him. Till one day, I had my best friend over to stay the night. As soon as she walked in, she made a comment like, "This feels weird in here, like someone died here or something." Little did I know that someone was my imaginary, in quotation, friend Wilbur. Okay, now I'm going to read this paragraph. You should know there is a trigger warning of self-harm. Yes. Come to find out, Wilbur was the first house owner. He and his wife had apparently had the house built and were expecting a child soon. During childbirth, Wilbur's wife had passed, and so did the child. This was too much for Wilbur himself to handle, which resulted in him unaliving himself from the stairway.
Oh, wow.
Fast forward to last summer, I ran by my grandparents' house to pick something up. My friend, who was running me by, stayed in the car while I ran in. When I came back out to the car, my friend asked me who lived upstairs. Naturally, I was caught off guard. I proceeded to tell them that no one had lived up there since easily 2004. They insisted that they saw someone open the curtain as if they were going to look through the gap.
Ooh.
My friend then goes on to say that they sense a strong presence, an older woman. I immediately knew that they were talking about my great-grandma. It was her and my great-grandpa's house, as my great-grandpa was a wealthy man and bought it from what I'm guessing was a state or county after Wilbur died. The house was where my great-grandma had and raised 9 children.
Whoa!
So
woman.
9. Good golly.
Man, why? Why? What are the why behind that?
I don't know.
Whew,
I mean,
I guess had fun making
it
them.
was a long time ago. What else are you going to do?
Phew.
Anything else, really, actually.
Yeah, right?
So it would make sense for her to want to go back there after her death. My friend starts telling me that I need to have my Nana come outside immediately, that she has to know something important. So I call my Nana and she walks outside and up to the car. Once at the car, my friend is telling her about the woman and telling my Nana that she needs to plant more flowers, specifically roses. I bring up that my great-grandma, my Nana's mom, loved flowers, especially roses, and that gardening is one of my fondest memories of her. Without even mentioning what my grandma looked like, my friends started talking about her. They knew exactly what she looked like, the clothes she would wear, and could even describe the smell of her perfume. My Nana and I just looked at each other, so amazed and so shocked that they knew all this. My Nana went on to say that on occasions she still sees her mother inside the house. Long story short, this house holds on to people, as it feels like many houses and buildings do. However, you can tell just by driving by this one that people are trapped here.
Oh, gosh.
The feeling isn't always good.
Ooh.
I know.
Was that it?
That's it.
Was
That's
that the
how
last
it ends.
line? That last line really, it took it from like Sweet Wilbur, bless his heart and everything that happened to him, and then sticking around to be buddies.
Right.
And Grandma just like, hey, look, I'd like some more roses. Those two things don't seem trapped to me.
Right. I know. Those stories kind of seem nice. I mean, probably Wilbur would like to move on.
Yeah.
To be with his wife and child.
Right. Ooh. So what do you feel about that? Like how, like places being able to, why would a place be able to trap?
I don't know, certain energy, maybe. I mean, they didn't mention how their great grandmother had passed, but maybe some kind of traumatic death. I don't know.
I don't either.
Or tragic. I don't know. I mean, I was going to say all death is tragic, but that's not true. Not all death is tragic.
No, it's just a part of life.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's on like, what are those called? Like the planes or something where it's
I like your hand motions.
Thank you for our
audio.
Yeah. You know, Liz Sauer talks about them on Ghosts in the Burbs all the time.
I don't know. It just makes me want to sing "Where the Wind Blows Down" and the planes. Yeah.
Anyway. I didn't know you knew any line from a musical. I'm very impressed.
I know. Yeah. There's a couple. I don't.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Clearly, I don't know any lines. I just kind of know the tune, and there's something about planes in that song.
Yeah. Where the wind comes rushing down the plain.
There it is.
And the waiting.
Okay.
That sure smells sweet. Okay. Okay. There's something like different types of energy. Tectonic plates or something.
Look at you.
Isn't that something like with the...
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds great.
Yeah, there's something like that. Butchertown is old and creepy.
Yeah,
it's named Butchertown. Oh, that always freaks me out. It smells horrible in the summer.
Well, it's because it's a butcher town.
It really smells like death. It's awful.
There's the slaughterhouse there. It always like whenever I drive through Butchertown, you'll see like the big hauling, like they're hauling animals in the back, and they're usually pigs.
I know.
And I get so sad for them, and I'm like, that is so sad. But then at the same time, I would really like a BLT. Like it's like this mixed emotion of like,
I know.
Oh, I don't want to look at the food I'm about to eat. That's horrible.
Yeah, I hate going into a restaurant where you can like, they've just got like dead animals on the wall, like a buffalo or something.
Who wants to see that?
I mean, I don't think I'm eating the buffalo, but I'm still like, I don't want to think about
how
that animal was once alive and now I'm eating an animal.
Yeah,
gross.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that kind of art. No, thank you.
Oh, wow.
If I'm going to have taxidermy, I want it to be funny taxidermy.
Right. Like what? Like grandma in the
anything
corner?
Jenny Lawson where she like dresses up a mouse like sword fighting or something like that.
Yeah, that's
funny.
That's cute.
If you're going to like dress up dead animals, you got to make it comical.
What if you're like a really pissy animal in life, and then for the rest of eternity, you got to do some ridiculous thing with a stupid hat on your head? You're like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's just their body. Their soul is off in little mouse heaven.
They're like, because you believe in ghosts, their little ghost soul comes back and looks at like, are you really? This is what you chose for me to spend the rest of my bodily eternity as?
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah.
Payback.
What a good story though. Okay.
I know, right?
Oh man. I don't know, the whole Wilbur story. Like, here's my thing. She calls him Wilbur. Did she find out that this guy's actual name was Wilbur?
I mean, it sounds like they researched something because they found out the original owner. And it sounds as though as a kid, they called this person Wilbur.
Yeah, I would like to know that missing piece. How did you find out that this was Wilbur? And was it really his name? Or you were like, oh, I just named him who I thought it was? Because that might add a little bit more information to the way I would debunk that. So I don't know. So that one's a little question mark, but not because I don't have an answer, just because I don't have all the information.
Okay.
No offense, author, but you know, that's how it is. We don't know the name.
Kelsey is the name that was on the email.
So no offense, Kelsey. I'm just saying I need a little more information. And then the grandmother one, I don't know. So the friend just starts talking about this great grandmother. I wonder if at any
they saw like the curtain move,
right? But I mean, like then is like, hey, I need to tell your mom something, or your grandma, your nana, to come out here, and I need to talk to your nana. And then all of a sudden, they just start talking about the great grandmother. Did they tell the nana, I saw her up there?
Well, they said, I feel a really strong female presence here, and then they started describing great grandma down to perfume.
Yeah.
And they knew.
How do you describe perfume?
Like it's how floral,
as opposed to
it's like sweet, like vanilla.
Oh, okay.
It's citrusy.
Okay.
There's lots of different things you can use.
Okay. Just you know, I'm just trying to get the whole picture.
Smelled like roses, probably.
Okay.
Grandma loved roses.
Okay. I don't know, because it was just like a suggestion about roses, and that happened to be a coincidence.
Or wait, who suggested roses?
Like this friend is just like, you need to, you know, you should, which is kind of a pushy friend.
Be real weird. Be like, bring your nana out here.
I need to talk. I
just want to tell him
about her landscape.
Roses would look really good here.
Look, lady, get some more rose bushes in here. Yeah, I don't know. It's just an interesting story to me.
Okay.
The friend, how old was the friend?
I don't know, but if they're playing with Dora the Explorer at some point,
right? But I don't know.
I would guess they're like 6 years younger than me.
Yeah, but it sounds like this was like later on, if they're like dropping by.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying, like age wise, they're probably mid to late 20s.
Right. Interesting, Kelsey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Other than like when people start suggesting, like if you have a strong female in your life that you're very connected to and has passed away and you miss a whole lot, when someone starts describing them, maybe they're not necessarily describing them to a T, but you latch on to things that are just kind of close by because you want it to be them. So you want that presence to be them so badly that it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely her. That's definitely her. Maybe her perfume wasn't exactly that way, but I'm going to go with it.
Okay. Well, I feel like specifically pointing out the fact that they wanted more flowers and more roses.
Yeah.
And they are both like, oh, she loved this.
Yeah.
And that's like Kelsey's most, like strongest memory.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
It is. I don't know that I'll go full blown UFO on it, but I will say it definitely has some question marks within that story.
All right. I'll take it. Just so that nobody thinks we left anything out, even though I know what you're going to say. What are you going to say about Dora the Explorer in the different spot and talking?
You already know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
That toys will be toys?
Sort of.
Electronics will do electronics?
Kelsey left it under the bed.
So she thinks.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. I mean, that's like just a habitual thing that you can remember doing. It's like putting your toothbrush in the holder every day. That's what you do. Mm-hmm. Like you're done, you put it there. But then maybe something broke your rhythm, or maybe just for some reason you happen to take that toothbrush in the next room with you and you forgot, you just put it down.
It is weird, though, to counteract that thought that the dolls were still under the bed. Like the toy wasn't still together.
So I wonder if like at some point Kelsey was playing with the dollhouse downstairs.
Uh-huh.
And then like maybe she went to go like put it all away really quickly. She carries the dolls upstairs. She put them under the bed. She was going to go back down to get the dollhouse. Something happens. It breaks that, what her train of thought, which was to hurry up and get that dollhouse and put it back up there. So in her mind, it's like, oh, I already did that. It's kind of like when I get a text and I'm like, I respond to the whole thing in my mind. And then I go back and I'm like, I know I texted them back. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't. I thought that whole thing in my mind, which I do all the time.
You do.
So
as somebody who frequently gets your texts, I can confirm.
Yes. So
or actually doesn't get your texts, I can confirm.
Right. And yeah, so that's something that happens to my absent-minded self. So that's what that sounds like to me. She thought she did. She could have sworn she did. It was like, oh no, I definitely did, but she didn't.
All right. Well, I knew that's what you were going to say.
So you know me so well.
It's fine. All right. I think we have time for one more story.
Yeah, and definitely a couple more beers.
Yeah.
Okay, so we read your story from the live show last week. Ghost Ship. It was very, very interesting, very spooky.
Yeah,
but also
demons on board. Okay. I mean, I can explain it just fine.
So can I.
Demon.
It's amazing.
On board.
Mouse. It's okay. It's fine. We already did that.
Okay. Okay.
So this week is the story that I read at the live show. And I'll just say that I picked this one because I thought it was the first time I had heard like ghost story mixed with a cryptid story.
Okay.
So you probably don't remember any of it.
Right. I do know that I've heard it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
You had like an out of body experience hearing it because
absolutely.
we were in front of a live audience.
That's right. I was distracted.
Absolutely.
I was nervous. So sorry, writer, because I'm so excited to hear it
now. That's okay. And this is anonymous.
So. Okay.
Okay. So here we go. My mother and I currently reside in Western Oregon. She is very outdoorsy. So when I went to see her over the summer, we decided to drive an hour away to visit the coast and be the only campers at this free campsite called Forest Hill.
That sounds horrible to me.
Oh, what, camping? I thought you meant the way I read it.
No. Camping all by yourself.
With your mom.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I love mom. No, I wouldn't want to camp with just one other person all by myself.
Oh, I think that would be a blast.
Absolutely not. No.
Are you kidding me? Like, pick somebody fun that likes to camp. Me. We would have a great time. We build a fire. I mean, I don't know who's going to build that fire because...
Yeah, not me. I'm not going to build it.
I could do something. I think I could. I've watched enough fires be made.
I'm terrified of fire, so
You are. You are like a little bit... too
Frankenstein.
Afraid.
I thought you were gonna call me Frankenstein.
Yes, you're a lot like Frankenstein. No, you just get so
it just follows me
audibly scared. Like a little spark will like float up in the sky, and you're I
don't think I've ever made that noise in my life. I'm not that delicate, but I'd be more like, what the hell? No, but I don't like. It's all like free and willy nilly, and if it gets inside like the cuff of your jeans, you're on fire.
Yes. Well, they teach you what to do in
that could
case.
Kill you. Like, that's not just like it could kill you.
If you don't stop, drop, and roll. But I mean, you know how to stop,
if it's
drop,
in the
and
cuff
roll.
of your jeans.
It's not just going to ignite your whole everything.
It could. You don't know the quality of my pants. It could be very cheap.
I wish that weren't too long because that'd be a perfect title. You don't know the quality of my pants.
I think it could be the title. It's fine.
You're right. I don't know the quality of your pants. That's a dork. Oh, man. Okay. Well, anyway, this person clearly is not afraid of campfires.
Okay.
Of camping.
This is with their mother or their mother-in-law?
Their mother.
Okay.
Their mom.
All right.
Yeah. So they're going to visit mom. Mom's very outdoorsy. He's like, come on, we're going to go camping.
Okay.
Which I love. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, if I liked that kind of thing, I would think it was awesome.
Well,
like, I like that they're spending time together. It sounds like the scariest way to do it.
What's scary about it? I mean, what's about to happen is scary.
What's scary about it? What's not scary about it?
It's not. Have you ever been camping?
Yes.
It's not always scary.
Yeah,
until,
but your
like
protection,
this happens.
Your protection is cloth.
Yeah, but most likely there's not much anything out there.
Most likely.
Yeah, I know. My argument is not very strong because about what's about to happen. But.
I'm just saying I'm sorry, we were really going off, but there's like bears, like natural things.
Yeah.
There are bad people who live in the woods. People who want to live off grid for a reason.
Oh.
I'm telling you, the woods are scary.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get real passionate about it, but I really did.
You really are. I think you kind of feel like this reason to explain, or this need to have to explain why you don't like to hike.
Yeah, I really do. I feel like I've been attacked about it a little bit.
Who's attacking you?
I don't know. I just feel like people really think I should like hiking, and I do not.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I think they only want you to really like it because they really like it.
By people, I'm talking about you.
about to throw down. I'm like, who are these people attacking you? I will get them.
I was
I'll
like,
tell
you
them.
will like it with me. You will love it. We're going.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a pusher when I like something. I really want other people to like it.
You get that from our mother.
I know.
You'll like it this time.
I know. Try it. You'll like it
famous
this
last
time.
words.
I know. But you really would like it.
I bet I would. Okay, go on.
Okay.
Sorry.
In fact, you know what? I take it back. I don't want you to go hiking with me
Okay.
ever, because if you ever did, I would feel too much pressure to make you like it. I feel like I would have to like hire hot cabana boys with big
banana leaves
to and feed you grapes the whole way.
Okay, I do like the sound of that.
Oh my gosh, that would be so horrible. That would not be hiking, but you would like it. So
that'd be
like,
better than what I'm
"See,
expecting.
I win. You like it." Okay. Anyway,
Sorry.
Boy, we really should have done that in a live show.
We maybe did.
That little bit.
I had no idea.
You're right. Who knows? But that banter was funny.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay. Where were we?
Camping.
Okay.
Your
Yeah,
mother.
camping. We decided to drive an hour away to visit the coast and be the only campers at this free campsite called Forest Hill. This is a sizable foothill of the coastal mountains and can be reached by car in about 25 minutes. Yeah. I mean,
It sounds beautiful for the day.
Yeah, overnight. That's
Mm,
great.
okay.
You wake up.
We're not doing
you're
it
there.
again.
Okay. You'll like it this time. Okay. Our first day was very relaxed and mostly spent just leisurely setting up our campsite and unwinding. That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Like a couple beers in hand.
Oh, okay. They never mentioned beers. I'm more down for it.
Who camps without beer?
I don't know. I don't want to go on that camping trip. I
Well.
like camping. I really do. I just want to stay at
Okay.
the campsite
Oh, well, we could totally do that.
and have other people within earshot.
Okay. All right. And have it be inside.
No, I'm okay to be outside. You better bring beer
Oh, absolutely.
and
Coolers
cards
full.
or something.
Oh,
I gotta do
yeah.
something.
Well, yeah. And then there's ghost stories.
Yeah, I'm down for all of that. 100%.
Man, I want to go. Okay. However, that night things became very unsettling.
Mm.
Around 3 a.m., I woke to the sound of my mother gasping, and I was startled to see her sitting straight up in the tent.
Oh my gosh, how scary.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
I kind of remember this part.
Yeah. Well, and your mom, like the one who's supposed to have it always together,
Right.
sitting up like, oh, that's horrible.
No, I don't like that at all.
She quickly put her hand over my mouth as soon as she realized I was awake, stopping me
Oh.
from making a sound.
I
So
hate
there's something's about to happen.
Right. And normally you would say, hey, I'm going to yell out to that guy that I met earlier at the campsite. Hey, Bob, come help us. But you can't because you went to a place completely isolated.
I feel like Bob would be kind of scary. I don't want to.
No, I mean, you trust your gut and you
Okay.
meet good friends on the campsite.
Oh, you never know.
Bob and Stacy, who we met earlier, they were so cool. Not at all
Mhm.
weird. No weird vibes. Bob and Stacy, shit's about to go down.
Yeah, you don't have time to do that. You just lay low and be quiet.
Yeah, I was about to say be my flank, but I looked that up and that is not what I think it is.
What does it mean?
I don't know what it means. I think
Well-
all I found was like steak.
No, I don't know because we watched The Prey last night,
Uh-huh.
and he definitely at some point says flank in that movie.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, damn it, Aaron's right.
yeah, I was lying when I said that a minute ago.
We suddenly heard footsteps right next to our tent. The small flap over the zipper began slightly moving.
Oh, no.
Then we saw a silhouette, and then a few more.
Oh my gosh. Outnumbered.
More than one. We knew they were not human because they were making low, growling, guttural sounds like an animal.
Ugh.
The most terrifying part is that we could tell they were not human. However, their silhouettes looked bipedal.
Oh no.
Bipedal?
Bipedal, you had it right.
What's the other?
Bipedal is what we said.
Bipedal is what we said, but bipedal. What
Or
are the
bipedal.
Oh, bipedal. I was like, what other way would you say that? Now I'm so confident. Okay, which is also why I picked this one. I was like, oh my gosh, bipedal's in this.
Of course.
Oh, bipedal, bopedal, boom. Okay. My mom gestured for me to be quiet. Oh my gosh. And mouthed, stay calm. Could you imagine? I'm like, stay calm.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Finally, after what felt like forever, they started walking away from our camp and were gone. We had a short whisper conversation about what they could have been, but neither of us could figure it out, and neither of us were brave enough to leave our tent to get to our car.
Mm.
Oh, so you're just stuck. We had a hard time settling back down.
You think?
I would guess. But eventually, sleep came. Then, suddenly, I woke up to someone humming and looked at my mom. She was perfectly, peacefully sleeping beside me.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
She is in charge here.
Right. She should be the one on watch.
Yeah.
Looking out. You're the mom. You're it.
I don't care how old mom gets. She will forever be the one in charge.
Absolutely.
In a scary situation.
Unless I'm the mom.
Yeah, no. I don't want to be it.
Right. Right. In this case, I have at this point trained my kids to be good enough to be the watch. Yeah, it sucks being the mom.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, so here we are.
Back to the story.
Mom is peacefully sleeping, and here we are. Humming in the woods. I opened the tent window, and to my horror, against the campsite's stone fireplace, I could see a female figure standing facing our tent.
A female,
like a human.
A human? Okay.
A human.
Is it still nighttime?
Yeah. We're in the middle of the night.
No, I don't like that.
She stood there for a solid 5 to 10 minutes just humming and looking at our tent.
Oh, no.
5 to 10 minutes. I mean, that's so
forever
long. Then I heard her softly laughing in a deep, creepy voice.
Oh, no.
Ooh. Panicking, I shook my mother awake and told her what happened. My mom opened the tent door and checked. It was like the woman had disappeared into thin air. How is that even possible? The next day, without hesitation, we packed up and left.
Yeah, good call.
On our way out, we ran into a ranger who told us the forest had someone called the Guardian, and many have experienced her presence there. As for my mother and I, we never returned to Forest Hill.
Oh my gosh.
Anonymous.
Why was she doing that? I don't like that. Was she...
Oh, why was she humming?
Yeah, and like looking at their tent.
Mm-hmm.
Did she not want them on the campground?
Yeah, what was her message? What was the meaning behind the message? I don't know, because I feel like it was a dream.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm going with. I think it was maybe a kind of sleep paralysis or some sort of dream. Here's my thing. Whatever surrounded their tent.
Yeah. Do you think that was real?
Yeah, I think that part was absolutely, because the mom...
Yeah.
They're both awake. Mom is there. Mom's like, shh, be quiet.
Okay.
Like it's an emergency situation. I feel like that's 100% real. Could have been animals. Although the bipedal.
That's what I was about to say.
Tells me it was
Bigfoot.
Werewolves or Bigfoot.
Oh, I don't think werewolves walk on just their back legs normally.
Why wouldn't they?
I mean,
then what makes them different from a werewolf and a wolf?
Because half the time they're people.
Oh, yeah, that's an important part of a werewolf. I was like, this whole werewolf thing is so silly.
Love that the entire lore of werewolves is just that they're bipedal.
They just stand.
Like a wolf maybe could figure out how to just walk on its back legs, and you're like, there's a werewolf.
That one right there is a werewolf.
On full moon, they
all
stand
walk
up.
Bipedal. It's amazing. Oh, that's funny. I forgot about the whole half human thing. Okay, getting back to, I don't really do stuff like werewolves, like Twilight. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe that's why I think they're always on all fours, because the Twilight werewolves are always on all fours. But like
Teen Wolf, though, I feel like he totally would walk around.
True. That's true.
Also with a leather jacket on while he was a wolf, and like
it was a pretty cool wolf.
Oh man, that movie definitely does not stand up, but it's so nostalgic.
I haven't watched it at least since childhood. I'm not real sure if I've seen it all the way through ever.
Yeah, don't watch it now. I'm not saying watch it now. I'm just saying it's just good. You know, I remember back then. Okay. Anyway, back to what this could be. No, in the live show, if you don't remember, I said that I thought it was a pack of baby Bigfoots.
Okay, I do kind of remember that.
Surrounding the tent, and the Guardian was like their keeper.
Okay.
So like the babysitter of the little pack of cute little Bigfoots that got out.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, damn.
Where's Mama Bigfoot?
I don't know. Like on vacation.
Why do they need a separate guardian?
Because she's like the babysitter. Mom's like, look, I need a break. This is the one human in all of history we've ever trusted.
Because she's got a real creepy hum and laugh.
Well, yeah, because she's going to scare the shit out of anybody who's going to come near these Bigfoot babies.
So do you think she is supernatural at all?
If you also know this is like kind of joking. I don't really believe this scenario, but But because I do, like, honest in the live show, I joked a lot about this just being it. That's how it was. But we'll go with my funny theory is, yeah, she's totally human. She was kind of like the woman who, oh, I wish I could remember her name. Diana, I think something.
Keaton.
No. Sigourney Weaver plays her in the Gorillas.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, get with me here.
Jane Goodall. Is that the
I will
gorilla
be
lady?
so impressed if that is who the gorilla lady is.
I feel like it might be.
Wow, let's check it out. Okay. Jane. I think you're right, Aaron. It is her.
I mean, she's very famous.
I know. I was totally going with Diana, somebody. Yeah, she's a primatologist. Wow. Boy, look how beautiful she is.
I know. Even beautiful as an old lady.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Anyway,
side story. Other than that, I'm a genius.
Yes, you nailed that one. Okay, so Gorillas in the Mist. And they trusted her so much that by the end of that story, like they were coming up and like sitting with her and whatever. So what if she is like the Jane Goodall?
What if it just was Jane Goodall?
Oh, well then she took a creepy turn in the middle of the night. Or she was Jane Goodall and she was just sleepwalking.
Oh,
she didn't even know she was doing it. She's like, I didn't know I was freaking anybody out. I just happened to be sleepwalking.
I just have the song in my head. Right. I didn't see your tent.
No, but that's kind of my funny version. Just it's cute to think of like this sweet lady who's just taking care of little baby Bigfoot packs.
Would they be Littlefoot?
They would be Littlefoot because they would be so cute, and they would just, and then they like got out and they're like, rummaging around, like, ooh, getting into trouble.
I mean, they could be bears.
Yeah, it could be bears like standing up on.
Yeah, bears.
Right.
When they're kind of searching for things, they kind of stand up on their back legs.
So, although I feel like this author would have picked that up.
Yeah, maybe. But then the mom was so scared too. And like the mom who's used to camping might be like, oh my gosh, we got a bunch of bears here. Mm-hmm. What if they've never talked about it? Mm-hmm. And mom's like, no, it's totally bears.
Right.
The hunting thing is weird though.
The humming is weird. And so that's why I think actually they're two separate events.
Okay.
I feel like the first event is some sort of animal, a bear, a Bigfoot, pack of them. And then the second incident is her dreaming.
Okay.
I think because imagine, like, you would be rattled from that first experience.
Yeah.
And then you drift into sleep. I would imagine it wouldn't be a very sound sleep. I would imagine you're kind of still in that adrenaline state.
Right.
So there's no telling what you could have dreamt.
I also feel like it is very plausible. One of the reasons I won't go camping completely by myself, there are people who live out in the woods.
Oh, yeah, there are.
It could just be a woman out in the woods, and they could be two isolated events.
Yeah, that's true. And she's just scary. There to, like, creep you out.
Yeah.
Ugh. Maybe she's like, these are my woods.
Right.
And I don't want you in my woods.
Right.
So when I see people camping here, I'm going to scare the shit out of them so they don't come back.
That's right.
Wow.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. I also, we know me, I have a hard time grasping.
Bigfoot?
Just cryptids in general. But Bigfoot, I'm a little bit more open to. But I also feel like that could easily be bears.
Yeah, it could easily be bears. But either way.
Very scary.
Either way, very scary and very interesting. Two things like that happening in one night. Right. Whether it be a dream or whatnot, it just makes for a really good, like, creepy cryptid/paranormal story.
Absolutely. All right. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, we did good.
All right. Well, do you have a fan favorite?
I absolutely do, girl. I got some in the bank.
Look at you.
Okay. So this week's fan favorite is none other than the lovely Sarah. Sarah actually came to our live show and I got to meet her. I think you met her too.
Okay.
So it was lovely to meet her at the live show. I remember seeing her at the live show and thinking, like, I feel like I've met her. And I think it was just through Facebook that she looked so familiar. So anyway, of course, I give my little spiel about wanting her to be our fan favorite. She said, thanks. I started listening after my friend Emma brought me to the live show in October. Oh, that's probably why she looked familiar.
Yeah.
Because we also saw her in October. Okay, I should read more. Just in general, but also when people write me things.
Okay.
Okay, there's that admission. Okay. And I quickly caught up. Your podcast is like a very much improved version of one of my favorite shows on YouTube, Too Many Spirits. I've never heard of it.
Well, now I feel bad that we said much improved.
I know, right? Oh, unless you're the host of that show, I'm sure it's lovely. I have a couple of stories that I haven't written in yet, but
Ooh.
I'll definitely get them in soon. We cannot wait, Sarah.
Yeah.
I started a nonprofit scholarship program last year. How cool is that?
Wow, that is really cool.
We give out $500 scholarships to Kentucky college students to help pay for textbooks.
That is so cool.
Isn't that awesome? We are B.E. Tolliver's Books for Book Nerds. Here is our website if you want to check us out, which absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We also have a Facebook page. Our application period for this year just closed, but we will be awarding scholarships next year as well. Thanks so much, and the stories to come soon.
Oh, that's awesome. And Sarah just joined our Patreon.
Oh my gosh, that's lovely. I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
You've now said lovely 3 times, and therefore people have...
Everybody drink. Look at this professional website.
Wow.
And we are going to donate tonight. This is...
Also, Sarah
beautiful.
looks so young. I feel like such a schmuck.
Yeah, we need to start a scholarship. That is never going to happen.
Let's not throw that out into the universe.
Or a nonprofit for something. That is
We
amazing.
do this.
This is our non.
We donate every week.
We do donate every week, but come on. quit tooting our horn that's not very loud.
I'm just saying, don't throw out big things like we need to start something this big. I'm not that organized.
Our namesake. Look at this. I want to go back and read this. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wow. People do amazing things. I'm so impressed. So, Sarah, thank you so much. That's phenomenal. So we will definitely donate tonight. And if you have a little extra money laying around, please go to that. We'll post it on our social media.
Yeah. And if you're a college student who maybe needs help.
Go to that website.
Yeah.
Figure out how to apply.
Well, very cool. Well, thank you, Sarah, for being a great fan and for being one of our newest Patreons this month.
Yes,
that's so exciting.
That is so exciting. Thank you so much for that.
If you want to find out how to become a Patreon, you can go to our website at www.myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out how to contact us, our P.O. box, find out about any big events happening, which I think by next recording we'll be able to talk about what we've got going on. I'm excited about it. You can also go and rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts or review us on Spotify. Tell your friends. Write in stories, please, please, please.
Please, we need them.
Yes, we absolutely need your stories. So if you've got one, like Sarah's got them sitting there, I know life is busy, but take a couple minutes and send us the story, please, because we love your stories. And I think, is that everything?
I think you got it. Check her out on TikTok. She loves to talk about Twilight.
I do. I did another one, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You're like, this is part 5. I'm like, part 5?
There are 5 movies, Megan.
Okay, but does that mean you have 5 TikToks?
What do you mean? There are 5 TikToks about it, yeah.
That you do 5 different... I just got on there and I was like, I wonder what she's up to on TikTok. And you're like, so this is part 5 of why I did.
You're right, I did. And I don't regret it one bit. I was drunk.
I'm just teasing you. I laughed. I was like, oh, look at her go. Yep, it was funny.
All right, let's do a TikTok tonight with you in it.
Oh, no, I'm good.
No, we're going to find one. It's going to be good.
Oh, no, you just keep on talking about Twilight, girl. You're killing it.
All right, well, you can check us out on our social media like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
That's about it.
I think you got the rest covered.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you next week.
Buona giornata.
La la la
la. Jane Goodall. Stop, because I'm talking about how pretty she is, and I said nail that one.
I didn't forget about the pretty part. I was like, that's what she said.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
The guy that has a special set of skills. It's only my first sip. I promise. Got me all excited about picking my toenail polish off.
Rare talent.
I'm like, yeah, let's see what I can do here. For me to actually see any facial structures is what I wanted to say, but features is what she said.
I was thinking features.
Oh, because that probably makes more sense. Of one of my favorite shows on YouTube. Oh no, okay. I just quit. Just read what they're saying. Let me read that again. Setting up our temp site. I combined tent and camp site. Sorry. Setting up.
Do you think that's how they got the word temp? Oh no, it's temperature.
Oh no. No. Well, there goes us being low key. Oh shit.
She
Let me
looks
see.
familiar to me. Oh, hold on. Oh, I almost FaceTimed her. I always.
Oh yes. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. We're waving at your picture right now, which is a little weird. We
Well,
love your.
she almost FaceTimed you. That would have been a little weirder.
That would have definitely been weirder. They were making low, growling, guttural sounds, just like Ellie just did.
I wonder if that picked up on the microphone.
Oh.
Ellie grunted right when y'all
right
said that.
when we said that, yeah.